So I think it's safe to say that everyone enjoyed WWE Payback, and traditionally, or it seems at least since after WrestleMania and after Extreme Rules, that the Raw after a pay-per-view is normally pretty damn good. So I'm sure they're going to break the trend here, aren't they? Aren't they? Aren't they? Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to these some more Raw thoughts. Now, just in case anyone missed it, in the last 3 vids that I've done, I didn't do a Raw review last week because I didn't have the internet, okay? Which meant I couldn't watch the show and I couldn't review it until at least Thursday, which case I just thought I'm just not going to bother. So yeah, that's that. So we missed one. Oh yeah, it's not like I'm gonna fuck it like I always thought I would. So the fact that I've got halfway through the year and I'm still doing these bloody vids, genuinely surprised. Anyway, on to Raw. Cryptic tweets been sent out by Mark Henry about retiring. Will Mark Henry retire tonight? In fact, they had it on WWE.com. Will Mark Henry retire tonight? So Raw kicks off with Alberto Del Rio coming out. He's talking about Dolph Ziggler. He's talking about how he's vexed with the fans because he's given his all for them for 5 months and they didn't give a shit about it. It's like, nope. No, we didn't, because you're crap. We didn't like you as a babyface one bit. He calls Americans pigs and cowards, and that he's the best. And Punk interrupts him because, of course, you can't say that you're the best, because that means that CM Punk will come out and they talk. And basically, he issues a challenge for him tonight. Paul Heyman says that Punk won't fight for free, and there's a bit of arguing again between the two. Remember what I said on my Payback review at the end? Vicky comes out. Sorry, Punk isn't happy about this. He wants to fight. Vicky comes out, makes it Punk versus Alberto Del Rio in the main event. Bit too long, got to where it needed to in the end. In the back, Punk basically breaks up with Paul Heyman, says he's not his client. He still wants to be his friend, but he doesn't want him in his corner ever again. Oh no. Wade Barrett's in the ring waiting for his Intercontinental Championship match with Curtis Axel. Vicky comes out for the second segment in a row and changes the match. And who is it? Who is the mystery surprise person he's taking on? Well, it's Christian. Christian has been medically cleared for ages now, and apparently what I've been told is that they were waiting for a storyline to come up with to get to fit him in. And by the looks of things, they just couldn't think of one, so just made him a mystery opponent, which is lovely. Wade Barrett lost because it's Wade. That's what he does. About 3 minutes of action, and Killswitch gets the win. It's Bryan versus Orton tonight, and I can choose the stipulation for the match on the app. Love me app. The Rhodes Scholars defeated Sheamus in a short handicap match. Sheamus had Cody lined up for the bro kick, but Damien Sandow, as he sort of went for it, rolled him up 1, 2, 3. That would be all good. You know, if it was just left at that. But of course, it's WWE. It's the 50-50 booking that we've seen so much of these days. Sheamus has to instantly get his heat back, so he hits the bro kick on Cody Rhodes while Sandow celebrates. So, like, bloody Christ. After more app plugging and the RVD video that we saw at Payback plays again. Opinions still haven't changed, by the way. There is not a chance in hell I'm going to start saying, fucking yes, RVD. No, just no. Triple H isn't impressed with Vicky's decision making. He wants her to make an example of the Shield. If the Shield interfere, he wants them sorted out. So then Kane wants to reform Hell No, but Daniel Bryan says he wants to focus on Team DB, and Kane makes me laugh when he says that you're already being a DB. Very entertaining. Both men want to focus on the WWE Championship, which is good, and we get some more app plugging, because we really want you to choose the stip. Actually, no, I've got to be fair. They did a fair amount of app plugging because of this stipulation, but overall, compared to the last couple of Raws that I've seen, because of course I didn't see last week's, as I mentioned, compared to those shows, the app plugging that was going on was considerably noticeably less this week. Stop talking, Mark. Randy Orton then defeated Daniel Bryan by a ref stoppage. The app revealed that it's a no disqualification match, which is good. I would have picked a 2 out of 3 full stipulation myself if I had the app, which I don't. Bryan basically ties a suicide dive to the outside. Randy Orton moves out of the way, and basically Daniel Bryan goes head first into the barricade, and the story is that he suffers a stinger in this, so he bravely fights on for a couple more minutes, and then the referee stops. I think it goes about 15 minutes actually, and the doctors are out there checking on, kind of like what they were doing with Dolph Ziggler on the outside at Payback, and they stop the match. I'm very interested to see where this one goes. There's obviously a storyline here. I want to see where it's going. Obviously, Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton feud by the looks of things. Which one turns? Which one turns? I don't want Daniel Bryan to turn heel at all. We recap how the show started. Then AJ comes out. She got a promo saying how good she is and she's the baddest woman alive. And this is what I was trying to say on my Payback review. Like, where does this go? Because AJ was clearly being a heel here, But she's not the baddest woman alive, and this brings out the baddest woman on the planet. And no, I'm not talking about alpha female, unfortunately. No, the baddest woman alive today, of course, is Stephanie McMahon. And they have some banter where Stephanie reminds AJ that she can fire it at any time. And then Caitlyn comes out. It's quite funny that Stephanie says, I'm going to give you a bye here because you feel upset, but if you ever interrupt me again, there'll be trouble. That's funny. That made me laugh. All the divas come out, all 5 of them. Caitlyn starts to cut a promo where she starts, saying how much she's got in her head and how she's done all this, and the fans are the fans, and the chant "You tapped out" at her. Now I love this. I love the fact that they're showing that it's some freedom and expressing their opinions in their own way. But no, we chant "You tapped out" at the heel, not at the bloody baby face. Anyway, they start brawling. Big E carries AJ out, and Caitlyn has a wardrobe malfunction. This show is how we'll call it. Kane then beat Dean Ambrose via disqualification after about 90 seconds when the Shield came out. The primetime players are vexed that Mark Henry is retiring. In the back, Vicky gets mad at the Shield and is about to fire them, but then Vince McMahon comes along and he won't let her, and he says that he really buzzes off the Shield. And this is one of the problems with WWE at the moment, in my opinion. You've got all 3 McMahons are on the show, so all 3 have authority. You've then got Vicky Guerrero, who has authority, and sometimes Booker T is the general manager as well. So you've got so many people who have power and you can overrule each other. Oh, it's going to get confusing. I don't know where it's going. Anyway, Vince says ruthless aggression to the Shield, which makes me laugh. Antonio Cesaro defeating William Regal in a short match after the neutralizer. Cesaro is now a Zeb Coulter guy, which is nice, I suppose, if that's what you like. Regal didn't even get an entrance. He may have got an entrance on the WWE app, but of course I didn't see that because I don't have the app. Match was squash, and they put a "Don't Tread on Me" flag on Regal's prone body after the bell, which is nice. And then the only part of the show that I watched live, I was busy on my Xbox, and if my Xbox is on and I've got my stream running at the same time, it makes my Xbox run slow, so I just don't bother with it. Excuse me, the only part of the show I watched was John Cena coming out, cutting a promo, a weird promo. I know John Cena is the king Zen master of the weird promo, but this one was a rallying call to the fans that you've always been behind me, and I've always, you've always been honest with me. And you sat there going, dude, you know that you won last night, don't you? You cut that promo after you lose the big match or you lose the championship, not when you beat a guy in a 3-stage. Oh, never mind. It's Cena. What do you expect? Anyway, this brings out Mark Henry in a wonderful salmon pink jacket. Absolutely, man. He has his match. I don't know if you know it. Apparently, it's tradition. Apparently, because I don't know this. To put your boots in the ring after you've had your last match. The only time I remember this ever happening was when Kurt Angle allegedly retired, then didn't a week later in TNA, I think it was. Yeah, that's nice. Anyway, right, I don't care what you say. If you saw this one coming, good for you. But I was watching it going, my God, he's actually retiring. This was brilliantly played by both men. Genuinely was. Mark Henry had tears in his eyes. He talked about his family, about his wife, his son, his daughter. It was, it's all good. Cena let him hold the championship belt up. Mark Henry was really classy. No, I'm going to give you this back because you have to earn this shit. And, it was really, really good. And I believed. I legitimately believed. And if my Twitter feed was to be believed, everyone believed. FSM magazine believed, for goodness sake. Mick Foley believed. Loads of people believed. And then they went to shake hands and Mark Henry scoops them up, World's Strongest Slam. And I actually said out loud, son of a bitch. Like Jim Ross did when Vince McMahon was revealed to be the fucking higher power. Go Attitude Era. We love it. the Attitude Era was the best. Yeah, remember that? It didn't make any sense. Anyway, yeah, I actually said out loud, "You are son of a bitch." Was so disappointed. It's like, yeah, I believe it. And of course, the great thing about this segment is the crowd absolutely loved it, ate it with a spoon. They were chatting, "Thank you, Mark." They were chatting one more match, and then the pop that he got when he hit the World's Strongest Arm, superb, absolutely fantastic. That's what he does. And that, folks, should have been the end of the show. Fuck 3 hours of Raw. Right there, cut it off. Happy days, you know. Anyway, on the app, 3MB asked Chris Jericho if they're going to open for Fozzy, which is lovely. Wish I had the app so much. "Dear Vodafone, can I please have a new phone? I know my contract's up in September, but if I get a new phone now, I can have the app." And that means something to me, man. That would mean a lot to me. Anyway, Jericho demolished Heath Slater in a short match after a code-breaker. In the back, Matt Striker tries to talk to Paul Heyman about Punk, and he just wants to talk about Axel, which is lovely. Speaking of Axel, he then defeated Sin Cara and his awful ring lighting in a nothing match after a DDT. Miz did guest commentary for this one, and I'm guessing this is going to lead to an Axel versus Miz feud. Yay! Love Miz, he's awesome. In the back, the McMahon family all have words for Vicky. They all have a different opinion. Triple H, you remember, had told Vicky that he wanted the Shield sorted out, but when he didn't, because Vince McMahon had told her not to do it, and they're arguing and yada yada yada. It's lovely. I don't know where it's going. I don't give a shit. I genuinely am not interested in where the storyline is going. In the main event. Before the main event, Paul Heyman talked to CM Punk in the back, told him that he loved him and that he's the best in the world. Like that one. And then in the main event, CM Punk defeated Alberto Del Rio via count out for a good match. This one, Punk controls until he hits a suicide dive to the outside. I actually genuinely, I'm not just saying this. This was a really good match, and you can probably imagine why I like this one. Went for a suicide dive to the outside. Suicide dive connects with the left shoulder. From that moment, he starts selling the arm. Something's clearly wrong. He goes and gets back in the ring. He's on the ring apron. Ricardo distracts him while he's looking down at Ricardo. He's got his left arm through the ropes, and that means that ADR can start attacking that left arm. And he does a lot. He hits a really nice arm breaker, for example. It's all setting up towards the cross arm breaker. That is old, good style psychology storytelling. Love it, love it, love it. And it's little touches for me. It's little tiny things. For example, the CM Punk going for an Irish whip with one arm, because the left arm is dangling down because it's really hurt. CM Punk manages to hit the GTS, but the way that ADR comes down means he rolls out of the ring and he just thinks, fuck it, and gets himself counted out. Dolph Ziggler comes charging out, cementing his babyface turn, attacking ADR, which is all good. It looks like he's completely wild. And the thing I love about all this is while this is going on, CM Punk's in the ring and he's just sort of a me honest look on his face. But at the same time, while he's going me, I don't give a shit. At the same time, the left arm is completely hanging down, and you're like, oh, wish more wrestlers were like you. But then you're thinking that's the end of the show. Yeah, fair enough. But then Brock Lesnar's music hits, and out comes Brock, and he's dancing around, and Punk's looking at him with a sort of a okay, why are you here? Well, and at the same time, I'm not going to fucking shake your hand or anything. He's got a defensive look to him. And Brock Lesnar gets a microphone, puts it up to his lips, and then just thinks, fuck it, it's the F5. And that's the end of the show. Brock Lesnar laughing in the ring as Punk is down on the mat. I really enjoyed this Raw. I thought this Raw was probably the best one since the post-WrestleMania Raw, if you can believe that. Good matches to look forward to going through. I actually want to see Cena versus Henry now. The thing is, though, I want to see Henry absolutely flatten John Cena, and I don't think that's going to happen. But, Punk versus Lesnar is probably going to happen at SummerSlam. No worries about that one. Yeah, storylines were good. I don't care about this McMahon one. I genuinely don't. But the majority of the in-ring stuff was all not fantastic, but it was acceptable. And yeah, I enjoyed this. What did you think of Raw? Can you actually believe, like I'm struggling to believe, that WWE have put on 6 hours of really good content already this week? And you start thinking to yourself, I might watch SmackDown this week just to see if they can keep it going. I won't watch SmackDown. It's on Friday night. I've got better things to do with my time. I've been Mark P. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment. I read them all, even if I don't reply to all of them. I have been Mark P. Like I say, my next vid is meant to be, it's meant to be a Great American Bash 97 review. I haven't started the pay-per-view yet because I'm so uninterested in it, but I will do. That was meant to be my next vid. So yeah, I've been Mark P. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Take it easy, guys.